All right, folks, welcome in. We have a very special episode of the Underground Runaround podcast tonight. I'm your host, Brad Ross. We're back with Keith Francio. And if you haven't noticed on the screen, if you're listening, you should probably watch this on YouTube. You get a little visual. But if you're just listening, tonight we have a very special guest, UFC Light Heavyweight. Entertaining. I can't even do your entrance.
Light
I
heavyweight.
can't do
No.
this justice. But we have Matt, the Steamrolla Frevola, with us tonight.
Hey,
So,
good and
Matt,
only.
how you doing, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, and I also like being announced as a light heavyweight. 'Cause
Oh yeah, see, I'm so nervous. I fuck it up. I made you a giant.
I hate when people ask like, "Oh, what weight class you fight at?" And I gotta be like, "Oh, I'm a lightweight." Like,
See, there you go. I'm just all gas, baby.
light,
We're
light, yeah, let's go, light heavy.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. See that? And we're not doing it live. I still fucked it up. We're gonna throw it in there. Whatever. Dude, I'm sorry. Anyway, so you're a Mets fan. We know this. The Mets season didn't end well. Keith is a Mets fan. I myself picked them to win the World Series, so I have to eat my words on that. But baseball, like how big of a baseball fan would you say you are?
I've been a Mets fan my whole life, but I really got into it this season. I feel like
Fun.
we had the team this year. We won 101 games. I was really hoping that this team was gonna get it done, but it was, or at least put up a good fight in the playoffs. But it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
Yeah, they were fun all summer long, though. I mean, once the Cubs were, I mean, we knew they weren't competing this year, but like once that was like a sure conclusion, like holy cow, man, these Mets are having fun. I have a lot of like Mets customers and stuff like that. Like, and Keith knows, I was with the Mets all year long, and then, it didn't end well. It
Yeah,
didn't end well.
it didn't. But like classic Mets. Hopefully let's get them next.
So,
That's it.
so you're at the stadium, man, and you got to go into the owner's suite and all of that, man. How cool was that? How did
Uh,
that even come about? You just like,
it was so cool, man. So my brother hit up like the Mets and Pete Hoffman with the fan, who's the man, and the Mets hooked us up with like 4 tickets and batting practice field passes. So it was so sweet. And then
yeah,
we're on the field watching batting practice, and I ended up like talking with Alex Cohen, and she was like super cool. Like we were just having a great conversation with Alex, and then she invited us up to the Cohen suite, and we were like hell yeah, yo, let's go.
yeah,
And
no,
like,
absolutely,
dude, it was so
absolutely.
sweet. As soon as I walk in there, like I open the door and like I just see like Ralph Macchio chilling with his family watching the game. I just finished Cobra Kai. I was so hyped. Uh, so we're just watching the game with Ralph Macchio and Alex Cohen, and then like about halfway through the game, she's like, "Oh, you want to come up and meet Steve?" And we got to go up. Like we thought we were in the like the Steve Cohen suite, but then she brought us up to like another.
You're in the suite inside of a suite.
Yeah, exactly. The suite inside the suite, and we got to meet Steve and talk with him a little bit, and it was definitely a memory that I'll always have. And being a lifelong Mets fan, it was so cool being able to do that.
Yeah, man, that's fucking sweet. It is. Um, so let's talk about the fight game a little bit, man. You're what, like 5 weeks out now, something like that. How close are we to
Yeah,
November 12th?
yeah, a little bit less than 5 weeks.
We're getting there. How you
Yeah,
feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Just embracing the grind right now. It's like I've been training hard. I'm in shape. I'm ready, and now it's just being smart. Making sure my diet's on point, making sure
Yeah,
my on point. Trying to stay as healthy as possible. It's there's always going to be these little bumps and bruises throughout camp. And I just got to be smart about all these little injuries and just keep training hard, training smart. I'm in shape. I could go and fight this guy next weekend if I had to and beat his ass. but we got 5 weeks to work, so
Yeah.
I'm bringing the weight down, and I'm dialing in.
Nice, man. So speaking of bumps and bruises, when you announced this fight, you had a run in with a Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And you came up a little bloody from that, man.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. So if anyone watching, because we don't have the world's biggest MMA audience, so hopefully we bring some new people to you. That would be great. You gotta go check out this man's Twitter. He announces his fight by beating up a Mr. Potato Head, and I don't know how you do it any better than that.
Gotta do it, man. That's what I'm doing. This guy too, smashing his face in. So
it's gonna be great, man. I mean, seriously. So, I grew up with the UFC. I wouldn't call myself like a historian. I've never tried to become like UFC media or anything like that. I don't have any desire in that. I'm just a fan of the sport. But I remember being a kid with the VHS tapes, like we talked about a little bit earlier. We're the same age. I was born in 1990. I remember my dad having the first few UFCs on VHS tape and watching them all the way back then. I mean, we have Fight Pass now, so you can go back and watch every fucking event they've ever had. And it's just like how it started versus where it is now. Like, it's almost, I think we could all agree that it's two separate sports from where it started to where the game is now. And I guess my point I'm trying to make is the way you fight is somewhat of like a throwback, just at least from like my opinion, I should say. You go out there and you fucking fight with these guys, like, and you're smart, and you're not overly like Chris Lieben used to get crazy wild, guys like that, but like you're entertaining. Like, it doesn't ever look like you're trying to just skate by on the scorecard,
I appreciate that. That's
so. I think that's a compliment. I'm not trying to call you like a caveman or an idiot for not fighting smarter, but the way you do fight is just so fucking fun to watch. So
that is, and I appreciate that. And that's the only way I know how to fight. I was never like an overly athletic guy, and like I was never the best at anything, but I was always like a gritty guy.
All effort, baby.
Yeah, man. I would just go in there and give it everything I have, and use my grit and use what I got. And that's kind of how I fight. I go out there and I leave it all in there. And, as long as I leave everything I got in that cage, win, draw, I'm happy with it. So all I can do is go in there and give it my all. So that's what I do.
We appreciate it. Let's put it that way. We fucking appreciate it. If nothing else, then we love to watch you fight. So I can't wait. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. I mean, 281 is going to be a great card in general.
A fire card.
Keith's loving it.
I can't wait. That was my thing when you're looking at that card. Not only is it a great card, but the fact that you get to go home and fight. Like, how big is that to you that you're fighting? If I was a kid and someone told me one day I got to fight at the Garden, I would go nuts. That is it. That's the premiere, not only around the country, but for people that grew up where we grew up, that's it. So that's got to feel good.
Oh, man, it doesn't get bigger than MSG.
Yeah.
Is this your second time there, Matt?
This is.
I thought you had fought there once before, but you might be a little higher up on the card this time, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see, maybe. But like, I fought at MSG 4 years ago, and I remember it was huge for me back then. But it even feels bigger for me now because I've put in a body of work in these last 4 years since I fought there, and I think I've grown my following a lot more, and a lot of people, I've got such an amazing support, and I think everyone's really going to show out for me at MSG, and I'm excited just to put it all on the line for everyone and come away with a big win, with a spectacular finish, and have a great night.
Yeah, I mean, and then the thing, you get to, and I really do, obviously I'm biased 100%, but I think you're gonna take care of this guy. And it's just another undefeated guy for you to knock off. I mean, it seems like you've knocked off a ton of like, oh, we got a new undefeated guy. Give him the mat. Like, what's that about? Obviously, I'm sure you want to fight the best, but it seems like every time you get announced to a fight, it's another guy with a 0 on his record you get to knock off. Like, is that something you like doing, knocking them zeros off?
Dude, man, I love fighting you guys. I got into this, to really fight the best guys in the world, and being in the UFC, that gives me the opportunity to fight the best guys in the world. And then I love that these guys are undefeated. And, I was undefeated at one point, and I got humbled. And that's what I like to do to these guys. I like to humble them, and that's what I plan on doing, really serving this guy some humble pie. And hopefully he's a better man afterwards.
I love it, dude. I absolutely love it. So, where you're at in camp right now, and you said you were starting to dial in the weight and stuff like that. Like, how much, like, being a month or so out, like, how restrictive do you have to be to stay the course? Like, are you like struggling yet, or are you just putting along?
I wouldn't say I'm struggling yet, but there's no more like cheats.
Breakfast sandwiches, you still eating those?
No, and no more cheeses, unfortunately.
Oh man, I've seen a few of the bagel videos. I'm not a New Yorker, so I don't know a whole lot about bagels. I'll be honest with you. We like our toast here in the Midwest, but
no more cheeses.
No.
No more cheating. I'm really dialed in, but it's nice now. The UFC actually sends me meals now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they'll send me meals 6 weeks out now, and they're icon meals. So when I was actually out in Vegas about 2 weeks ago, I went out to Vegas with my boy Billy Q, and had a week of training at the UFC PI.
Mr. Quarantillo, Billy.
Yep. He's got a big fight December. He's fighting what's his name? Alex Hernandez.
That'll be yep. That is that guy undefeated? Hernandez? No. There's
remember he
Rodriguez. I'm thinking of Rodriguez from the recent card, the one where the whole card got fucked up. With Diaz and all of that. There was a Rodriguez.
Interesting fight, but it was nice. It was an awesome week down out in Vegas, and I got to meet with one of the nutritionists with the UFC, and we kind of just talked, and I told her about my training schedule and everything, and she set me up with like a meal plan and sent me out all these meals. So it makes it a lot easier, and because I just open up one of these meals, heat it up.
That's pretty incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that. That's actually really cool that the company does that.
Is that like part of like what they're doing with the Performance Institute and all of that? Because I feel like that hasn't been around forever. I mean, I know it hasn't been around forever, but
the best perks about the UFC that I'm seeing is like they send me supplements year round. I've got a whole table, a whole full cabinet full of supplements that I'm taking, and they refill my supplements, whenever I ask. And then now they're starting to give me meals. I wish I was trying to get meals sooner, but they said that they'll give us meals 6 weeks out, so that's nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got to take advantage of every little perk that
absolutely. Absolutely, dude. In college, so not that I'm not here to talk about myself, but in college, like we were baseball players, and I didn't go. My first school before I got offered my scholarship was not a big school. We didn't have any money, and they would take us to like CC's Pizza on the road and just like tell you to eat up, like. And we'd have I believe like coconut water was new then, and they had like sponsored our team, so like we had all these like nutritious things available to us except for food. It's like food was like bologna sandwiches on like the road. It was crazy, man. Just whatever they could, whatever was cheap, and I got it. We're all super young then.
Now in Vegas was like so awesome. It's really such an advantage. That's why you see all these fighters going to Vegas and like doing their whole camps in Vegas at the PI, because you get PT every day. You get strength and conditioning whenever you want. They give you breakfast, lunch, and dinner when you're in Vegas. It's like such an advantage. I'm definitely trying to go out there, after the fight and try to do a week out there, every fight will whenever the wife will let me.
Yeah,
Forbidden, of course.
absolutely. I get it. I get it. Just doing a show we did tonight. The wife was. I'm actually going to. So like I play softball and our softball's done for the year, and I'm actually going to a concert on the same night that it would be softball. She's like, "Oh, you just found something else to do," So, like maybe like this is just one night though. I'll be back next Wednesday. Regularly scheduled.
Good for business.
So after a fight, how much time do you like to take off, or like do you just if like the UFC calls, you just right back to it? Do you like to stay like ready? Do you like to relax a little bit? What do you like to do?
Every fight's different. It kind of depends on like how fucked up I am after the fight.
Sure. No, I get it. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't get it, but
But like preferably, like the last fight, thank God, I got out of that fight and I really wasn't injured at all. So I really got right back to the gym. But it's a different mentality, I'm always going to the gym. I love training. I love being around the gym, being around the guys, helping my team out, helping my guys out. So I'm always in the gym, but it's different when you have a fight coming up. When I've got an opponent, when I'm in a fight camp, when I have a name and a date, my mentality is different. And it's I'm there to work. I'm there to to really get it in. But after a fight, and I don't have a fight date. I don't have an opponent. It's fun. I can't
Sure.
wait. I can't wait after the fight to just go to the gym and be able to just fuck around a little.
Yeah.
Hold some pads for my friends. Hold some help out an amateur fighter who's got a fight coming up. Help him game plan. I'll still just the intensity is different. So
That's I don't mean to cut you off. That's fucking fantastic to hear you say that. And then the flip side of that is it's absolutely fucking atrocious that what you're saying right now is not what makes fighters popular. You know what I mean? Like people who have that mentality that you have, what you just said, and we haven't talked about that at all, but you to say, when I'm not in camp, I like going to my gym and helping my team and helping everybody get better. But that's not what sells fucking pay-per-views. If you were talking about someone's mom, you know what I mean? It's wild how that works. It's a fantastic answer, and I think that's fucking awesome. And I'm sure your team loves having you around
yeah, man.
because of that.
After the fight, I'm gonna go down to Tampa around Thanksgiving time and finish camp with Billy Q, and then I'm going out to Vegas with him. He's fighting December 10th, so I'm going out with him for his fight week, and I'm gonna help him out and corner him. So I'm kind of pumped for that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Shout out to Billy Q.
Yeah.
And what did you say? December 10th.
Yeah, he's December 10th.
282. So okay, so he's 282. Yep. Alexander the Great. Okay, I know who that guy is now. He fought Cerrone, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who Cerrone beat up.
Yeah, Cerrone, one of his last.
But now
I was a huge Cowboy fan.
Going down to 145 for this fight. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm piecing it all together now. Sorry, I got some research up. Got to have the notes, man. Sorry. Oh, let's see here. So we talked about I got my breakfast sandwich in because I saw that. I want to talk about that. That thing looked delicious. So you're talking about in shape in the gym. I saw you on the battle ropes earlier today. Or on the ropes. How much rope action do you do? Like, is that like a big cardio thing you like to do, or like do fighters do that a lot?
Yeah, I got such good strength and conditioning guys. I work out at Acceleration Sports Training. I've been with these guys. I've been with these guys since I tore my ACL in high school football.
Oh wow! Okay.
And like these guys taught me. I've got all my trust in them, and I wouldn't still be fighting if it wasn't for them. They've gotten me back from so many injuries. There are a bunch of PTs there as well. So every time I'm hurt, they rehab me back and they get me strong. And every fight camp, we're growing together and I'm probably do about 3 days a week there, and usually at least one of the workouts we got the battle ropes in there, and I'm crushing those, especially now I'm about 5 weeks out, so now we're starting to do a lot of speed, a lot of speed and fast twitch muscles and
Yep.
stuff.
Sure.
So we're battle ropes for sure.
They have the battle ropes at the local Anytime Fitness that I go to.
You gotta hit those.
So I was just wondering. I've actually never messed with those battle ropes at all. I still lift like I do pretty much just powerlifting like an idiot, and I don't compete in anything, and there's no reason for me to lift heavy. But that's all I do is lift heavy and like walk on the Stairmaster. You know what I mean? I climb stairs.
Yeah, I love picking heavy shit up too. So enjoy it.
That's all I do, and it's stupid because there's really no point, especially now that I'm in my 30s. Like, what do I mean?
You got to hit dingers on the softball field.
It is true. I do hit a good amount of those, but in everywhere around us, we're limited in how many you can hit a game. So it's
bullshit.
If you hit one after the limit, it's an out. So generally, if you get an out, then it's a case of beer, right? So if I just want to bring a case of beer the following week, I'll just hit one when we're not supposed to, and then, it is what it is. I don't want to take up too much more of your time, sir. Is there anything you want to say? Do you have anything you want to tell the people?
No.
You don't have to.
I mean, you guys know the deal. November 12th, Madison Square Garden. I've got a game opponent, another undefeated opponent that I'm gonna serve some humble pie.
Yes.
Hoping they make me the underdog again, so that we all could win some money.
That's right. I'm doing it.
There you go, and I'm feeling good. I'm training hard. I'm ready to finish camp strong, finish camp smart, and go in there and beat this guy's ass, and then party. So I'm pumped.
Oh yeah.
Excellent, dude. One more thing, I forgot it. I am super pumped for Madison Square Garden. But the other day, you posted a picture of the pre-rollas. How did that come about, dude? That's awesome.
Dude, yeah, that was my boy Nick, my boy Notorious Radio. I got him right here, actually. Mitch. Look at you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, my boy Mitch with Fight Pass with Mitch, Notorious Radio. He's a Brooklyn dude.
Yes.
He's buddies with my boy Nas, and I kind of linked up with him, and I did an interview with him, and he brought me these pre-rolls, and I was like, "Yo, are you kidding me, man? Like, these things are so sweet." And
that's awesome, man.
I can't believe that I have a pre-roll with my fucking ugly mug there.
Isn't that bad? I mean, dude, you got the T-shirt too.
Yeah.
It's here.
No, shout out to my brother for making those shirts.
That's awesome, dude. You
he
got
was
to
like-
do it. You got to do it.
Like, this is the shirt. You got to do it. And I was like, you really think people want to wear?
Yes. So here's the way I justify it, because I've had like people like, why would you wear like another dude on your body? Well, like because I'm completely comfortable with who I am, but that's neither here nor there. B, you're wearing a Mets shirt.
Yeah,
that's a team of
Someone
dudes.
else's name on the back. Yeah,
yeah, like it's just one dude. Like I had a lady at the when after the COVID restrictions loosened up, Wrigley Field opened up at 25% capacity, and you had to wear masks. And however you feel about it, I wasn't a big fan, so I went and had masks made with my logo. I'm like, if I'm going to wear something over my face, I'm gonna have my brand on it. So I'm getting ID'd at the beer thing at Wrigley, and the lady's like, "What's on your face?" I'm like, my logo. She's like, "Why?" I said, "Why would I wear anyone else's logo if I have my own?" I'm like, it's not an arrogance thing or anything like that, but why market for someone else or promote anyone else or wear someone else? The answer is because you fucking want to. So that's why I bought a shirt. That's why, you know what I mean? That's why I went to the website, because I want to support the people that I'm into. So
I appreciate that, man. You look good in that shirt too.
Absolutely. It's going to look even better after.
I caught myself today rocking a shirt with Zach Wilson's beautiful face on it too.
Exactly. See, there you go. And then the other thing, dude, is
Zach Wilson,
as corny and as cringy as it is, dude, wear your own shirt. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I wear my own shirt. I have my own hoodies. Wear all that stuff. But Matt, dude, thank you so much. Keith and I are big fans. We wish you nothing but the best, dude. If you ever have anything you want to get on here and yell at us about or yell to the people about, you're more than welcome here anytime. Best of luck to you. Stay safe in camp. Don't get hurt. I'm looking forward to November 12th when you go inside the garden and smash Mr. Ottman.
There you go, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are cool. And whenever you want to talk, hit me up. You know,
Absolutely, bro.
I know you guys. You know, you guys are one of us. So, you know, we're all
Appreciate it, man.
same. So,
tell Mr. Longo and all the boys over there we said hello, and we wish you guys and your team nothing but the best, man. Thanks a bunch, buddy.
I will. Later, guys.
Have a good night, man. All right. So we're just gonna keep rolling, Keith. We're just recording, so we'll keep rolling. I'm gonna send Pav the link. That was Matt the Steamrolla Frevola. He spent 25 minutes with us. I didn't want to abuse him because he didn't say anything like he had to go, you know, and I could have kept talking to him. He's like, I got 15, 20 minutes, and we got 26 out of him. So, Matt, if you watch this ever again, thanks, buddy. I stole 6 extra minutes from you. You know, bill me, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe don't do that. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing. I got to find Pav's thing here.
You think Pav's going to join the moment you send him that invite anyway?
No, he said that's why I didn't even bother while Matt was here, because he said he had a library meeting today, so he might be late.
Is that still a thing? There's library meetings?
Pav lives in a village, dude. He lives in a small town. They're like, they don't have, like, I don't think they have a mayor. Like, I don't think they have, like, they have, like, a town hall, like a legit town hall.
Damn.
Yeah, it's seriously like 6 square blocks. It's nothing.
Is he like the postmaster too? You know,
he should be. He should be.
Sells water heaters on the side. He's a postmaster too.
Yeah.
But you got to wait till after 4:30 when he closes the shop down, and I'll bring you your mail. You ain't getting your cases of cards or nothing. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
When I lived in Michigan, we had a little town like that. It was about six blocks, but I mean, everyone knew everyone. We were the outcasts because we were, you know, from the outside. These games are crazy, huh?
I know the baseball guys. We're gonna stick around here and talk for a little bit with or without Pav, but the playoffs, the division series began today, friends. I would like to be the first one to say, I'm gonna pretend that the last episode we did does not exist. Because I picked the Mets to win the World Series, and that was wrong.
I'm sorry, Brad.
That was wrong of me.
I'm sorry.
But what's not wrong is my boy Air Jordan hitting an absolute, no doubt about it, just fucking tank for a walk-off job in Houston just a little bit ago. Just a little bit. Oh, my goodness. No doubter. See you later. Absolutely crushed. What you gonna do? Because the Astros have that kind of team. I mean, the Mariners were walking all over them. That's a comeback that doesn't surprise me.
No, but and then you look at it like you had that gap, right? Everyone said, the thing about taking that little break. Just you said it. You said take that little break, and what happens? You start a little slow. Well, it happened in both those games, both the games today, right? They both started slow.
Yep.
They went down 7 runs or whatever.
Yeah, the Braves too,
games.
right?
Yeah. And then they came back, but
Braves
couldn't pull it off.
I was driving home. I didn't have the Braves game on. I couldn't get service leaving the village. Pat. It's not a joke. So I couldn't get the MLB thing to start playing. And then when I finally got service, it was like 2 outs, and they said like 7-6 or whatever. I'm like, what? Or 9-8 or whatever the score. It was close. 7-6.
7-6. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, holy shit! What happened?
Oh my god. It's been crazy. The other game, Yanks it's still nothing right now with the Yanks.
Okay, I'm like, the Yankees start by now. Yeah.
Yeah. End of the second, nothing. I got hockey on, obviously, but
that hockey starts soon, right? Regular season.
This is the first game right now.
Tonight. Okay.
Yep. Rangers Lightning. So,
okay.
But yeah, it's kind of that's why the
soon.
Mets losing was like I mean, hockey's as far as fandom,
I mean,
that's my number one. So
I knew the game wasn't over, and you already switched it over to the Rangers picture.
oh yeah, no, yeah, I'm a sore loser. It was just depressing because I thought about what you said, right? When I'm sitting there thinking about the Mets, I think about what we said the other night, and I go to it and I go, oh yeah, it's all going to be okay. They go and they drop the game 3, and I'm thinking to myself, Brad picked these guys to do it. Like everyone, most people had faith in this team.
Well, that was my fear, and that's why I said on the show. I said if they can get out of their own heads over losing the division, and that was this series. If they won that series, that makes them a whole new dangerous team because then they can say, "Hey, fuck the division, let's go."
100%.
But
100%.
But I think that's what happened. I don't know.
No, you got it right. You're
bad timing,
100%
and then people were bitching about not managing their pitching staff, and the one thing the only critique you can make, I think that's logical, is saying, and I don't agree with it. So me saying this is not something I believe in, but I can understand if this was said that they didn't do a better job of resting their starters in anticipation of playing the wild card game rather than just going all out for the division. And granted the division was, right there at the end with the Braves anyway. So it's not like
that's a hard thing.
You can't not pull, you know what I mean? You got to play your guys. So even with Scherzer, it seemed like he couldn't throw to Cutter. At least that's what they were saying in game 1. He couldn't throw to lefties. So it basically made him worthless to lefties. I don't know what the data looked like after the start, with the splits or anything like that. But he got touched up more than we anticipated. And then DeGrom battled, and they got the W. And then, where's the bats, man?
Yeah,
they got one fucking hit. I think it was I think they got one. Pete got one hit. Like, what the fuck?
Laced at the right, and that was it. It was sad to watch, man. You watch the whole season, and that's how it ends. Like that's rough.
And then let's just get your thoughts on this, dude, because there was the wild moment in that game where Buck asked the umpires to check Joe. But here's the thing: before you even say anything, people were posting on Twitter before Buck even asked. Like, there was people making that, and it wasn't just Mets fan, it was just people watching the game, baseball people going, what the fuck's going on with Joe's ears?
Yep.
And then Andrew McCutcheon tweeted something saying that pitchers put icy hot on their ears, or whatever the case is. And then there's other people that have reported that baseball players are like, there's no way his spin rates went up without him using something. But if you don't get caught, like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you look at it, regardless, I don't care if the spin rate went up or not.
Then there's the
fucking ball,
right? And then there's the argument that he was pumped up in a playoff game, and I get that too. So
I just don't know if that would make. We're talking over 200 RPMs.
I don't know.
Is a decent amount.
So when I played baseball, I don't fuck it. I hate all this advanced analytical shit because we didn't have that. But there's one time in my life where I know for a fact I was throwing harder than I ever threw before, and I actually threw through a kid's glove, like when we were warming up playing catch. But I was, I'm not telling the story, but I was extremely, it was probably the most upset I'd ever been in my life. And I had to play a game in front of someone I didn't want to be there. So I was so mad. We had 10 guys. It was a summer travel game. We had 10 guys. So like I told the coaches what was going on. The coach was a relative of Dan Plesac. So it was like, legitimate baseball. And, I told him what was going on, so he like sat me, and then the first inning, our ninth guy got hurt, so I had to go in the game. I ended up hitting like 2 doubles and a home run, and I had a good day, but I was throwing the ball so hard, like, oh my gosh, I know for a fact. But any other time, so I could understand if you get a big adrenaline rush, they can sustain for quite a while. There is an adrenaline dump, no doubt. But I've had one of those like hours long rushes where it was like, all right, I'm just, if I could make this ball explode right now, I would. But
no, I hear you. I mean, like I said, either way, we got to learn how to hit the baseball. I don't blame Buck.
More so
I don't
than
blame
anything.
Buck at all, though. Like
100%.
I have
doing his job.
Yeah. You think Buck Showalter gives a fuck what anyone else? He doesn't care.
Not only about that, but you don't think that in today's day and age that someone didn't come from the clubhouse or get on that phone and say, hey, Buck, Twitter's blowing up. They think something's going on. You know what I mean?
100%. Yep.
So
well, he was checking. So the first inning too.
And then, hey, here's the thing. Actually, I want I want to time out here because this is where I think MLB and everyone fucked up. So they checked Musgrove before that inning. When he walked off at the end of the inning, they didn't check him. He walked straight into the dugout. If you go back and watch that, that was Amanda. We were sitting in bed together watching it, and we were a little lit, and we're just enjoying the night. And I looked at her, I go, they didn't fucking check him, I'm like, they're supposed to check him after the ending. So yeah, maybe he got away with it, and then pulled one out of his ass crack. You never know. I'm not saying he did, but he was awful glistening.
Yeah,
and then
that was.
He was extra shiny.
Your ears don't look like that. They don't.
You sweat. I sweat. I sweat a lot. My ears get red. They don't.
Yeah, they get red, and then there's it. The sweat on his face and that on his ears was completely different. I'm not gonna fall for the whole. I can't say for sure that he did it. Therefore, it didn't happen.
Right.
But
sure.
I
just know that if I had like liquid, like running on my ears, it would bother me to no end. I'm like the brother from There's Something About Mary, to have you seen my baseball guy. Don't touch my fucking ears. Somebody puts a thumb in my ear, I'm putting a foot in your ass. Like that's.
I would have went no. I agree.
There's no way. I mean, the umpires are real cool. They asked him. They're like, hey. They're like.
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess.
Yeah, he's like, all right, because you have to specify what area, right? You can't just do it.
They thumbed. They got all in there too.
Yeah,
they were thumbing him good.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, my man. And I told you last week in that podcast, I don't want to face Musgrove. To me, he's the best. He's the most intimidating guy on that pitching staff. To me, I've seen him deal, and if he's unbelievable. He's great, and he was. And I'm happy. I mean, I'm at least it's the Padres. If I would have had to take another loss to the Braves, I would be in a different state right now. It'd be a bad day. Steven Kwan had a homer.
Did he really?
1-0. Yeah, 1-0 Guardians.
Wow, Kwan of all. Kwan's not taking. Oh, he got a Yankee Stadium homer. That's what happened. Guarantee you, he hit one 315.
For sure.
How far did it go?
315 off top of the wall. Oh no, 360.
Oh, he muscled up on it. That's still probably an out at Wrigley.
Yeah, probably. Oh, you Yankee fans get upset about that. They do. If you talk about it.
Why are they so sensitive about their right field pole? They got little man syndrome about their right field pole.
Uh-oh. He's falling apart. He hit Ahmed Rosario, and Ramirez just doubled, so it's second and third.
He needs to talk to Musgrove and get his spider tack.
He was one of the ones that admitted it.
Cole's all his spin rates dropped way off a fucking table when they started banning it, and he struggled for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know if his spin rates are back to where they were. I don't follow that spin rate shit. I have no interest in that. What does that mean? You know what I mean?
For
does the ball move or not,
guys? That's the thing. So that's why the GOAT is weird because his all went up when they got rid of it as well. Like his shit just kept going up. So he's just like a freak, but
yeah, right.
You knew exactly who right away.
Right.
It was insane watching those numbers, and I guess it does matter more with your breaking stuff. But,
yeah, sure. I mean, because it'll make your balls. If your ball spins more, it's going to cut more air. It's going to move more air. It's going to break more. I understand it. Don't mistake me to be some just incompetent idiot. I understand all of it. I just think the advantages are not as significant as the penalties would be when you get caught for being an idiot. So pitch and then my other issue is I think pitchers should have a singular substance that is universally agreed upon. One thing. I mean, that's why they have the rosin bag.
Yep.
So
100%.
So let them have one thing. Figure it out. One thing. That's it. And then 100%. Instead of doing that, they changed how they mudded up the baseballs. They used to let you mud the baseballs up way ahead of time, and now it's like an hour or two before the game. And then I think even some have to get done during the game.
During the game, yeah. I saw them out there doing it at the Met game. I was like, what the?
Yep. They changed they can't store the balls after they mud them anymore or something like that. I don't know all the specifics because it seems like every day something's changing, but I know that they did that. Who knows what balls they're actually using? Like, what's an official Major League Baseball right now? What is that? Does anybody know?
Who knows? Juiced.
Is it or is it not? They're all nationally televised games now. They should all be juiced. Yep, we're bringing back the bouncy balls, everybody.
Imagine, so I know it's way early. Imagine if Cleveland went on to take the Yankees out.
I could believe it.
The Yankees. I guess I could. I just think it's too much small ball.
I picked
don't
the Rays
know.
to do it, but and then I said I hated the matchup because the Rays and the Guardians are the same fucking team. They're the same team.
Yeah,
They could beat the Yankees.
they are.
They really can. And look, now they got them loaded. 1 out.
Yeah. Oh,
Naylor
boy.
got a fielder's choice. Rizzo didn't do something, or he had to have thrown to second or third and not got me out.
Probably tried to get one of them. Now Oscar's up. Good old Oscar Gonzalez, 15th inning.
Oh, walk-off McGee. I didn't even know who the fuck the guy was. I
just knew about him because of his Bowman. That's it.
Yeah, such a terrible game. I'm sorry.
I know.
Such a terrible game. McKenzie only got to pitch 6 innings. Come on.
He was a stud. Oh, he was so good.
2 hits.
Great.
What, do you have like 2 hits and a walk and they yank him? Come on.
Yeah.
I hate playoff. Like, okay, that's fine. But wait, now there's still 9 more innings of this game left. Come on, score some runs. When are these guys gonna hit? Like, I know how hard it is to hit a baseball. But these are the best baseball players in the world.
Unreal.
So
I'm looking forward to it.
It shouldn't
I'm looking
be
forward to these games.
It shouldn't turn into all-star games once the playoff starts. You know how the all-star games are generally lower scoring. Oh man, Gonzalez grounded into a force out at home. What a loser. Andres Jimenez needs to, or this is a huge momentum shift for the Yanks.
Oh, huge.
Huge coming up here. This is like the live playoff companion app. That's what's happening right now. It's playoff baseball.
He's 1 for 1.
Yeah, with a double. A little double. He's been great.
I'm a fan of Jimenez. Always was with the Mets. I mean, he was a grinder. The kid was just always. He kind of, who he kind of reminded me of with the way he put the bat to the ball was McNeil. He's very good bat on ball. Like just making sure he puts the ball in play. He's very good
absolutely.
At it. And his fielding's awesome.
I think that's something that's going to come back with the whole shift ban. I think they might resume a more contact-oriented approach. Hey, dumbass, just put it in play.
Yep.
Just try that out.
Except the Mets, who are a contact team and stunk it up. I'm interested to see now what happens with that team. With the Mets, they're going to disband. It's going to be a whole new team. Uncle Stevie's going to go get Aaron.
Not if the Giants have something to say about it.
I'd be cool to see him in a Giants uniform.
He's from there, yeah. That's what. All the fuss I'm hearing is he's going to go home to him and Trey Turner.
Oh,
that's the buzz in Giant Land is.
But is Gabe still out there?
Judge and Turner, I don't know. Yeah. Is
Kapler still? I can't stand Kapler. I don't want him to succeed. That's the only reason I don't want the Giants to be good.
I'm not a big
Kapler's
fan. Yeah,
dick.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't like how he's like a hard ass without like really being he's like a poser hard ass. I don't know how to.
He wears sunglasses at night. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, but he I don't like what he says most of the time.
No, can't stand him. He was perfect for the Phillies. Perfect. I mean, just fit right in. Oh man!
Oh yeah,
I can't.
I get it. Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Man, it's got that 2-2 count. I'm interested to see what happens tonight.
He's battling, folks. For those of you listening, Jimenez is battling Garrett Cole, who's up to 61 pitches in the 3rd inning already. The Guardians have him loaded, and he struck out swinging.
Oh.
Only 1 run out of that for Cleveland on a solo Quan shot.
That's rough. Where was that 6 pitch? Low.
They had him loaded with 1 out. And they get a force at home and then strike out Jimenez after Keith tells us how Jimenez is so good at putting the ball.
I know, dude. Maybe I should. I'm going to start not talking anymore. Apparently, fantastic. I'm fucking horrible. Who do you think's taking the late game? You think Dodgers take game 1?
I mean, I'm just waiting for no Padres. Padres are going to sweep them.
Really?
I just hate the Dodgers.
I mean, I agree.
Just hate them. I'm like the water boy when he's talking to his mom on the Henry Winkler when he's losing his mo. He's like, I just hate him, I hate him, I hate him, and he's fucking talking to the phone and the cord's cut on it and shit. He's not even talking. That's me with the Dodgers. Anytime they win, I just go in a room, lock myself in there, and I don't want to talk to anybody. Tonight though, tonight's tough. Tonight is a Dodgers must-win game. And I think that's weird to say, but I think this is a must-win game. The Dodgers are well rested; they get their ace, and the Padres have been playing, so they're not running. They're not running any of their top 3 guys out there. Who do they have starting tonight?
Clevenger.
Clevenger's okay, but he's not tested though. He's just coming back from Tommy John. Yeah, let's see here. 7-7. Yeah,
he pitched a couple innings against us, right? Didn't they put Clevenger in?
He made 23 starts. He made more starts than I thought. Never mind. He's good to go.
Yeah, 23 is decent, yeah.
Yeah. That's 2/3 of a season. I felt like he missed 2/3 of the season. 114 innings, 91 strikeouts, 1.2 whip. I mean, it's pretty well right on par with his regular season career numbers. Holy shit, that was hard to say. But his ERA is elevated this year, even though some of his other numbers all look the same. So he might be all right. He might be good. Who knows? I don't know how he's looked lately, but Urias is fantastic.
Oh, he's
been fantastic. I mean, he had his little breakout season as a rookie or whatever, and then had the Tommy John. So then he got put on the back burner, and here he is re-emerging. And it doesn't surprise me. You know, he's always had those white glasses, you know, and he's ready to do business, and he's a fucking stud lefty and represent Mexico. So fantastic for him. I like
that they changed it up too, right?
They said he was like the first. He's made some accolades as a Mexican-born baseball player. So that's you know, I always like to see that stuff too. So shout out to Urias, but go Padres. It's not a backhanded compliment. It's just a compliment stated by a desire of mine for the Dodgers to not win. So what do we have? What do we have after that? I can't get like game 2. I don't like MLB's fucking website. I should learn it better. Yeah, the American League teams are off tomorrow, which is so silly.
Yeah.
But I think it's to break up the travel days.
Look at those pitching matchups, though.
Oh, you got Darvish and Kershaw tomorrow. Wheeler, right?
Yeah, Kyle Wright. I know he won he won 21 games this year or something.
21-5, yeah.
He was by far the least impressive guy watching that Braves.
Sure. Yeah,
I mean, it don't matter. 21 wins. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Zach Wheeler. Oh, just filthy. Hopefully he pitches just like he did that last game. He is so nasty.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the game tomorrow night. I'll be at a show in Chicago. I'm going to miss both the games, really. I'm going to miss baseball tomorrow night. They should all taken the day off.
You going to Wrigley?
No. I'm going to a heavy metal show.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Trivium. I don't know. You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Trivium, Between the Buried and Me, which is like a progressive metal band, and then Whitechapel. They're like deathcore. Like
oh boy, so this
that's like the Whitechapel's like name brand death metal. Like if you were wanting to like introduce someone, I would say you turn on like death, not death metal, but like deathcore. Like it's a different way they rate the songs. It's, you know, if you're into metal, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you have no idea, and you probably think it's all about worshiping the devil, which is not all. You know, we're you know, they thought Kiss worshiped the devil too, so it's
that's
all,
true.
You know what I mean? So I'm over that argument. In
You're
2022,
not bringing the other half, right?
No, not to that. If she wanted to go though, I would. I just wouldn't go in the pit. So like, you know, all the concerts I go to generally do not have seats. I don't go to seated concerts.
That's good though. I like that.
Yeah, you just go, and then, you know, as the night progresses, you move your way up. And see, I have this other strategy where I don't. So like, I'll go to a concert and I won't piss the whole time I'm there, because the way it works is, if you don't show up super early, you just go, and then as the bands rotate out, it's usually 15 minutes between bands. You just gradually
slide
your way up, and you don't have to like I'm a big guy. I can't push, like I can push people out of my way, but I can't sneak past anybody. I can't be like, oh, excuse me, and here I am just fucking blocking the shit out of whoever I just cut in front. Like, no. But it's either you get there super early, like you're the first one in line, so when the doors open, you can go straight to the rails, or you just gotta work your way up, or you just go in the pit. That's usually what I do. That's the other strategy. There's usually always a mosh pit very close to the center of the stage. And what you do is you go in the mosh pit and then you just exit towards the stage. Exit the mosh pit towards the stage. So, you don't really ever want to be on the barrier of the pit either, though, because then you can't really watch the stage. You'll be getting hit in the back all the time. It's annoying. It's another thing that I hate crowd surfers. I always get kicked in the head at shows. I'm getting old.
That's why I went and I did exactly what you just said. I waited for people to go take a piss and all that. I was going to see Day to Remember, like Newfound Glory. This was back in the day in Richmond. And I did the same thing, worked my way all the way up. By the time I was done, I had walked right out their exit outside and smoked a bogey with them. Gave the lead singer a cigarette and everything. And I lost my seat, or lost my standing spot.
Hell yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens, Keith. It's okay.
I know this is breaking news on the Underground Runaround, but the New York Rangers have taken a 1-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Ooh.
I know. It's your top news.
I think they're for real. Rangers are for real. This just then, Rangers Stanley Cup favorites early. They're leading the league in goals scored. Their team is
That's
just
true.
an offensive juggernaut, dude. You got to take the wins when you can. No one else. I mean, second place doesn't even. They're just so far ahead of everyone else in the goal department. Nobody else has even scored.
No,
they're just
about 1,000.
Yeah, it's unreal.
That was pretty neat having good old fucking Matt come on, though, huh?
Yeah, dude. It seemed like he had fun too, so that's cool.
Yeah. I'm excited for that whole card. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the other card.
It's going to be a blast. Gonna be a blast. I can't wait. That card is pretty fucking loaded, too.
It is. That's a loaded card. Their next couple big ones. Their next couple, like...
I mean, you're coming to the end of the year. They always try and blow it out.
Yeah,
that's
true. That's true.
But, I mean, you got Izzy... and maybe his kryptonite. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything about that, but I was like, this might be a guy.
I mean, it's going to be the guy if that's the guy that's going to beat him. If he can get a hold of him. If not, man, I don't know. I would like to see Izzy and Whitaker fight, but there's no reason for a third fight. I mean,
yeah.
But Whitaker's so fucking good, man. I mean, the second fight was much like that wasn't like Izzy wasn't that far ahead of him in the second fight.
No.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. But then you got you get to see Carla Esparza's title defense. She's gonna get fucking mauled.
Oh, she's gonna get murdered.
She's gonna get just fucking annihilated. And I'm saying that live on a podcast. And I mean, it's just how I feel. I'm sorry, but to even call her the champ is just wild. I mean, that they should have just stripped that division of the belt after that fight. Has there ever been a worse fight?
No.
And I mean, I feel like we've watched some really bad fights through. I think that wasn't a fight. I don't think we watched. No. I don't think that was a fight. I don't know what that was. I mean, I really think that was someone telling Rose like, "Hey, you're the champ. Someone has to beat you for you to lose," and she just didn't fight. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You see so much weird stuff on the internet with her and that Pat Barry guy. And
yeah, dude, I don't like him. I don't like him.
He's from somewhere around you, no? I think Pat Barry.
Pat Barry?
Yeah,
probably. If he's an asshole, probably. Yeah. See where he's from. I bet if he is, I bet he's from Strong Island.
No, I'm sorry. He's from New Orleans.
Oh yeah, even better.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just weird.
It's a weird thing, and if we see that it's weird, it's weird.
Yeah. Right.
Who you got in the next? Who do you got in Dustin Chandler?
Dustin. I
yeah, boy.
I do not like Chandler, but I respect him. I respect him more now than before when he first came to the UFC, because he really did stand up and bang with some guys. He did shoot first on Gaethje, and for that he's a bitch. Because he said first one to shoot is a bitch.
Yep.
Gaethje was lighting his ass up in the first round, and he finally had to fucking shoot on him. That actually won fight of the year, huh? That fight won fight of the year for 2021. Gaethje, man. Gaethje's
Thanks, Gaethje. He's a dog.
I fucking love that guy. He's gonna
So
break
do
my
I.
heart when he doesn't win a title.
Yep.
Break my fucking heart. That guy.
Seems like a good dude too, just like Poirier. They seem like good dudes. Like
yeah, Poirier's
I don't
super
know.
cool. I've tweeted about
Yeah.
the hot sauce a time or two, and he retweeted my hot sauce tweet.
I gotta
one
try
time.
that stuff.
It's vinegar hot sauce. Like it's better than like Louisiana, but it's like that type of hot sauce.
Okay.
So like I'm really into like Mexican hot sauce. I don't like vinegar. Like American hot sauce is like vinegar, like Tabasco and all that shit. Louisiana, it's all vinegar based, or like I'm not into that vinegar.
I agree with the Mexican hot sauce. That's
I love
stuff.
I love it. Oh, you know what I mean, Keith? You know what I mean? Just
I do.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh man, but if Gaethje, I don't know how Gaethje gets a title shot again now. He's lost 2 of them. I mean, is Charles really that good? Is Charles
Oliveira?
Yeah.
No.
No, see,
No, he's not.
At what point do we have to say he is though? Because I would agree 100% with you, but then he beat Gaethje and like hurt him with the punch.
Which is, you know what?
You know what I mean? At what point do we have to say, man, Oliveira's that dude? And I also don't think that he should not be the champ right now. I think the fucking entire state of Arizona fucked him in terms of him coming in overweight to that fight.
Oh yeah.
That was such bullshit. So
it don't matter. Makachev's about to take care of it. I'm done right now.
I don't think so. See, that's the thing. After the whole Gaethje thing, I think Oliveira is gonna be able to stand with him, and I don't know why Islam would want to take Oliveira down.
Because he's a Russian.
Yeah, Oliveira chokes out everyone, though. He chokes them all out. So if he goes to shoot on him, he's going to get choked out. Like, it's the same thing that Nate Diaz was training for Hamzat. Because when Tony finally shot on Nate, it was straight to the guillotine, and that was a wrap. Because I guarantee you that's what he did his whole camp.
Oliveira's a big dude, too. So, like...
Yeah. But look at Oliveira. Last 2 fights. Rear naked on Gaethje, rear naked on Poirier. Knocked out Chandler. Beat Ferguson unanimous. Choked out Kevin Lee. Knocked out Jared Gordon. Knocked out Nick Lentz. Choked out David Teemer. Choked out Jim Miller. Choked out Clay Guida.
The best choke out there is Jim Miller. If you're talking about being able to get on the ground, Jim Miller's like...
Yeah, he choked out Will Brooks, choked out Miles Jury, he chokes out everybody. Oh my, everybody he fucking submits, he chokes him out. He chokes fucking everybody out. Cowboy beat the guy. Can you believe that? Fucking Cerrone knocked that dude out. Cerrone never won a title.
Did Frankie knock him out or did Frankie decision
him? Frankie decisioned Oliveira, I believe. Let me find that. I remember that fight. Frankie Edgar's last fight's coming up too, isn't it?
Yeah. Man,
he said it's his last one.
Way.
I don't know.
But you know what? At least he's recognizing that shit. I told you I've told you last year. I know that. Cerrone, stop. Yep. Stop, dude.
No, I know. Yeah. The last one I think for Frankie was pretty rough.
Oh, it was.
This unanimous decision, Frankie Edgar. It was fight of the night.
Yeah, he was banging that night. That was when he was still.
Yeah, fucking Cheeto kicked him the front kick. Marlon Vera's a stud too.
Yeah, good for him. Like I'm a fan of his too.
I saw his podcast with Joe Rogan, and I was very impressed by the way he conducts himself as well. And he's on a good streak too, 4 in a row. He hasn't lost since he lost to Aldo.
This card is insane.
Yeah,
280. Look at what we're talking. So, first of all, the main event. You swayed me a little bit. You're right. Like he does choke everyone out. I still don't think you're choking out a Dagestani guy.
I'm sorry. What are we talking about now?
280.
280. So that's this weekend.
Oliveira.
Next weekend. Next weekend.
So
what's this? There's a fight this weekend, right? There's nothing.
Yeah, there's a fight. I think
Cub Swanson. It's a lady headliner fight, and that's
the one that looks like she got built like a molding.
I
She
mean,
got
that's
she
all I'm
looks
saying.
fake.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm sorry, Cub Swanson's a fucking legend.
Oh, he's awesome.
Like I feel, how's Cub Swanson not the headline? Like how
He fights whoever. He doesn't matter.
I don't
bang with anyone.
I just
Look at his resume. Holy crap.
We've just talked about this so many times. Just the competition factor amongst males and females is not the same. Like the ladies in their weight class, they have like a top. They should only have a top. Not that they should only. I have to say this in a way that doesn't make me sound like a fucking asshole. But they should have just a top 5. Because 6 through the rest of the division is trash. Like there's, it doesn't matter who even has those fights.
Yeah.
None of them are fighting for the title.
And I
So,
don't
like,
know if
Alexa
is that an experience
Grasso,
thing?
like Alexa Grasso, why is she headlining a thing? I mean,
That's the one, right?
She choked out Joanne Calderwood. Come on,
That's my girl.
I mean,
I
she
love
beat Macy
Joanne,
Barber.
dude. She's from Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I can't even look at her face. It scares me. She looks like she's from.
Cub Swanson is the biggest name on your card. He's a fucking living legend. He's coming off a win. He just beat my guy Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins is from one down over from me. I would love to get Darren on a show. Darren, come to a show with us sometime, brother. We'd love to have you. He's I don't think he is anymore, but he's a pipe fitter. Like, I've seen him in the mills. You know what I mean? While he was a UFC fighter, I've seen him on job sites. So it's, he doesn't have to do that anymore. Good for him. He finally gets to. Darren Elkins is a guy who's taking a fucking beating, too. He's a grinder. The dude is a fucking grinder. If you ever get the chance, you have to go watch it, dude. There's one Darren Elkins fight. I mean, you got to see it.
My buddy,
it's against Mirsad Bektic. And Bektic, I believe, was undefeated going into that fight. And Elkins, I want to say Darren was coming.
When was that?
This was years ago now. 3, 4, maybe 5. It had to be like 5 years ago because I didn't own this house. I was watching it at my duplex. So like 5 years ago. But Bektic was whooping his ass. There's just fucking, like, it was one of those fights that you see in a movie. I literally got fucking goosebumps on my couch and I was getting sweaty watching it. Because I'm like, holy fuck, he's getting his ass handed to him. Just worked. In between the first and second round, they blow the horn. Darren stumbles back to his corner. They fucking bandage him up the best they can and send him back out there. And this Bektic guy's an undefeated fucking dude. He looks good, and he looks like he's sending a fucking statement. Then they get into a little entanglement. They pop up. They throw some hands. Darren throws a fucking kick and finishes this dude out of the fucking blue, dude. And I mean, you're just like, I was like, I'm sitting there sweating, and I've never even said a word to this guy in my life. I'm just like, oh, this guy's from where I'm from. Look how fucking tough he is, like let's go. And oh my gosh, dude, it was. I mean, he's had some great fights way before that, but that fight, like, that tell you everything you need to know about a guy like
He's
that.
A dog.
Those are I fucking love watching them dudes. They have no quit. Are
you by where Eddie Wineland's from by you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my buddy knew him.
There hasn't been many. There hasn't been too many, I don't think, from my area. Eddie Wineland, Stephan Bonner is from around here somewhere. I want to say I know the name. People older than me know him. You know what I mean? He's a little bit older than me. Yeah, he's 45 now. But yeah, he's from Hammond is what it says. Hammond's a couple towns to the west in the region. There was one kid like my age, Josh Shockey. He was from Lake Station. He got 2 fights in the UFC and he lost both of them. But he disappeared after that. Josh Shockley. He used to come in a restaurant I worked at the time, all the time. But he lost those fights. He's only 32 now. I've not heard from the kid since. I don't think he's on social media anymore. But yeah, he fought twice in the UFC. He got knocked out in his first fight, and he was 11-2 when he went to UFC. Like, he was a bad dude. He was a lightweight as well. And he had fought in Bellator. Like, he had fought, like, some people. I think he fought in Russia, maybe. He went overseas to fight somewhere. And he got in the UFC. He lost his first. He fought Jason Sago. Jason Sago knocked him out. And then he fought Ivan Jorge. And Ivan Jorge beat him on a unanimous decision. And that was it. He was released, and like I've never seen the kid since then. You know, I don't know. Like, where are they now? Like, he got cut from the UFC and just decided to quit fighting. Like, I don't know what happened. No idea. But that was the only one that was really significant, like during my days. I wonder what happened to that guy. Interesting.
Oh, great. I was looking forward at some other fights. You got November 5th. Good old, I guarantee you love this guy because it's the kind of guy that you would love.
Oh, really?
Yes. Headlining, Bryce Mitchell.
Oh, Thug Nasty? Yes,
I can't stand him, dude. He's fucking garbage.
Oh, my gosh.
He's got the ground game.
He's a stud wrestler. See, he's undefeated too, man. I think he just beat Barboza.
Oh, he's got one loss.
Who?
He's fighting an undefeated dude. Bryce Mitchell's 15-1. He's fighting a dude that's 16-0.
Oh, no. He's undefeated as a pro. He lost the exhibition fight, Bryce Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
He lost on the Ultimate Fighter, so that doesn't count, I don't think.
No, that shouldn't count.
It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not real.
But yeah, he's undefeated. He could say he's undefeated even though he's not. I don't know. But yeah, who's he fighting?
A Russian. Movsar.
Movsar. Evil Yeah. I think I have some cards of this guy. I wanted to ask Matt about fucking cards. Damn it.
He doesn't have any, right?
No, and that's why I wanted to ask him if he's been in contact with any of the companies.
That'd be cool.
I blew it.
You did.
I blew it. I swear I wrote that. I asked everything I wrote down.
You with the Steamrolla, like the little podcast snip, and then get the rainbow all his fucking prisons if they ever come out.
Oh,
I feel like they need to do a better job with who they're selecting. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna ask him because why does he not have cards? He's been in the UFC long enough that he should have some cards. He flatlines this Ottman guy, and they're gonna have some cards for him.
Dude, I hope. Oh, I hope, please. Like you said, though, I hope they make him the underdog. I really do, because I'm gonna, obviously, I'm putting some moolah down on that. And I've been on a rager. I've been killing it. Except for the Packers, they ruined my parlays this week.
I've been laying low. I didn't touch that Packers game because London. I don't know how to travel.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Is that your excuse for Green Bay being fucking horrible or what?
No, not at all. I mean, they're the same team that they are every year. I don't know what we're even having this conversation for. Green Bay's a fucking garbage franchise, and they have been for a long time. Aaron Rodgers is just so fucking good at football.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Like, he covers up everything. You don't have an offensive line? Fuck it. He was scrambling around. You don't have a defensive line? Fuck it. Like, now the Green Bay Packers want to be this fucking running team, and that's going to be a problem. Like, yeah, you don't have any offensive weapons. You have Lazard, who's sometimes not hurt, and you have two really good running backs, but you don't have any. You're supposed to have this good defense, and giving up 27 points to the Giants is unacceptable. That's the issue. The problem is Aaron Rodgers gets so much fucking hate. It's his fault that the defense gave up 27 points. So,
yeah, no, I know you're right.
You know what I mean? You gave up 27 points to the fucking Giants. You don't deserve to win. It was 17-3 at the end of the first quarter, and my kid was asking me about the game. I'm like, yeah, sweetie, it looks like this one's going to be over early. My wife's like, it ain't over yet. Fucking 11 a.m. rolls around and the Giants are winning. I said, what the fuck? Don't ever talk about the Packers again, will you?
You ever sitting at a card show and some old guy comes up to you and it's story time? You ever have that? I mean, I'm sure,
not just in an old guy, but yeah, anybody. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like But we get this old timer. So he put sets together, right? And he was trying to get the chrome set for this year, all the prism refractors, So we're helping him out, doing our thing. So I was talking to him. The dude's just rambling on. Eventually, you just tune it out, and he's just sitting there talking to himself. But that's fine. But I looked. By the time I went out and I sold a couple of cards, and by the time I looked back up, the score was completely different. I'm going to myself, oh my goodness. So I text the wife real quick. I said, wow, they look great, huh? Had some hate after that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think we won't be undefeated after this week. I think Dallas will take care of us, but then we'll take them on the next one, so it won't be a big deal.
We should beat Dallas. Should beat Dallas. I mean, I don't know.
I hope.
I thought Hurts wasn't the guy. Apparently, Hurts is the guy.
Yeah, he's been a lot smarter with the football.
Yeah,
he has.
we'll see.
He's been.
See, I think a lot of the and I'm not talking trash on athletic quarterbacks, but the game for athletic quarterbacks is harder for them because they have to stay healthier longer. Like,
yep,
Lamar's
100%.
killing it right now, but is Lamar going to be able to take those hits 10 weeks from now? Like, how's he going to be taking those hits 10 weeks from now?
No,
is the big question. Once you're already a little bumped up and bruised up. So I don't know. I feel like they always have the uphill battle. Miles Sanders is no killer. He's good back, but he's not like, they can't hand it off to him 30 times a game.
No. Update, Yankees 1-1, Harrison Bader, 406-foot blast.
Oh, so the trade is helping them. In
Harrison
other
Bader.
Yankees deadline trade-related news, their acquisition from the Chicago Cubs, Mr. Zach Efros, needs Tommy John surgery and will not be available to them in the duration of the playoffs. So the Cubs and Mr. Wisniewski have won that trade deadline deal by default. So that's awesome. So we got a guy who throws a 20-inch fucking slider and was pretty fucking good for us down the stretch. He was in AAA for Zach Efros, who was like a 1-year, one-hit wonder.
Yep.
So
take it all day.
Love it. Thanks, New York. Bing bong.
They're unbelievable. That franchise, I'll tell you what, they're unbelievable.
I'll tell you what.
When does that run out? Like, when does them being somewhat successful run out? Because they don't pay attention to anything that really matters. Like, as a Yankee fan, like, how could you think this team right here has any chance at the World Series? None. They have zero. They don't have the pitching. None. They have none. Every other team has at least one guy that can bang. Garrett Cole ain't that guy.
I don't know, dude. They have that fucking Nestor dude who throws like a douchebag. I hate the way that guy pitches. Like, I would meet that dude in the parking lot and just challenge him not to be a bitch. I've bitched more at rec league softball pitchers for doing less than what that fucking guy does when he's up there fucking twisting around and fucking jerking off. And fucking
do you have people in rec that do fakes and stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. And like, and this is where I laugh so hard at like softball in general, and this is why I really don't talk about it. We play in a rec league in my town. The people that play, most of them are like former athletes. Like, they're all very good. We all have fun though. Like, no teams get, like, most of the teams aren't showing up in jerseys and uniforms. Nobody's keeping a book. Like, it's not. We're having fun. Like, we're still going to score 30 runs apiece. You know why? Because we're having fun. We're not, you know what I mean? Nobody cares about your fucking batting average and fucking slow pitch fucking softball. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit what you hit. Like, who's the official scorekeeper? Your shit is bullshit. You probably got on 17 fucking errors, and I don't want to hear about it. So I'm good. But yeah, I love seeing all that. Like, Finn, we've had on the show. He's a YouTube guy. He was asking me all about co-ed. Like, he was telling me out in Jersey that the co-ed, they're allowed to use, like, the men are allowed to use full bats.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We have to use 30-inch bats here in our, like, co-ed. Like, the men are not allowed to swing a real bat. Like, you can still hit one. Like, you can still hit a home run. It's extremely tough, though, with the small bat. Very tough. I think I've hit 2 this year. I think I hit 2 all year. You know, it's not easy. You can, but it's not easy. The tiny bat.
Yeah.
But people take it way too serious. Like, I love the people that take it way too serious. I'm like, dude, I'm like getting out of the office and I'm a million times better than you. Like, I don't say that out loud, but like, that's just what I think to myself. And I'm like, this guy's having a fucking meltdown over a call that an umpire who doesn't give a shit made. You know what I mean? And here I am like, man, this guy's, he's, what's he doing? What's this guy? Why is this so important to this guy? Just have some fun.
Imagine that. Giving shit to an umpire in a rec league softball game. Oh, boy.
Hey, I did that, though. I did that, and then I got him on my team.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I sure did. But I was literally yelling at him because the team I was trying to fire the team up because it was our co-ed team that I like got tricked into coaching a bunch of people that didn't know how to play softball. Is basically how that went down. So then when it got to a point where I literally almost stopped playing with them because we're playing like one team in the league is incredibly good. They're all ball players. The guys and the girls, like there was a couple guys that were actually drafted into pros. Like they're all fucking ball players. Like that co-ed team would beat a lot of rec league teams in a lot of states. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As with their ladies, like good. And so like they're beating the absolute dog shit out of us. By the second inning, they're batting the opposite handed. You know, because like they score 20 runs, I get a single, we get 3 straight outs, we go back in the field. They start hitting opposite handed, still scoring runs. They stop taking any extra bases because they don't want the game to end either because it's supposed to be an hour. It's about to be 20 minutes. And then my next at bat, we actually made it to a next at bat. They're like doing the splits as they're pitching. Like they're the fucking Savannah Bananas, basically.
Oh.
Dude, and I like parked one off of that. I was so fucking mad, but I wasn't mad at them. Like they're just having fun. Like they're doing what I want to do. And this shit is so goddamn embarrassing to me. And I look over and everybody like on my team is just like drinking beer, not paying attention, like whatever. Like why? Like if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Go to the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. I drink most of the time at softball. I do drink, and I'm not a big drinker anymore, but I will drink. But like if that's the only reason you're there, like just go to the bar.
Yeah,
Like, I want to play. You know what I mean? I want to play. I want to win. Don't mistake that I want, but I'm not practicing. I'm not taking batting practice. I'm not going to the batting cage. I show up 2 times a week and I hit as many fucking bombs as I can in a allotted time period. You know, it's fun to do that a couple times a week, and that's all it is to me. Then I pack it up and go home. But like the dude's literally doing a splits pitching to me. I'm like, this is. I hit a home run. I'm like, this is not fun. I'm mad. Like I'm fucking furious that like nobody even. I'm like, you guys don't even care. So then there's like a missed call, and I just fucking blew up, dude. I just started going hard.
Let it all pile up.
Oh yeah. I'm like, listen, and then I the game was over, and then I'm like, hey, I like went and talked to the umpire after. I'm like, listen, that was not for you. I'm sorry. He's like, oh, hey, no, my name's Rich, dude. Like, he's like, appreciate you saying something. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like that's just a baseball move where I'm from. Like, get the people involved.
Rich is your shortstop, right? Yeah.
They all started hitting after that, too. It worked. They actually scored. Like, we didn't win, and we were never going to win, but they actually fucking got their heads out of their asses, scored some runs, so I felt good about doing it. I'd do it again, too. My wife even yelled at me. I'm like, babe, you don't know what's going on right now. Please be quiet. I love you.
Does she play, too?
Yeah, that's the only reason I even play co-ed. I started playing last year to help these guys out, and then this year, 2 of the worst teams, like, merged, and I'm like, cool, you guys are good. And then Amanda started playing, and she's never played ever. So she went from not playing ever to now she can actually get hits, so... There you go. She like the last week of the season, she fucking hit a rocket into left field. I'm like, see, isn't that fun? Wasn't that nice? Like,
did you get like a proud dad moment when she hit like her first true?
I just asked her. I'm like, how did that feel? Like, know, that was different than all the other ones, right? You know, I pulled my suspenders up on it. I'm like, yep. Yeah. Yeah. You see what you did there? Like, that felt good, didn't it? Like, now, just wait till you put one over the fence.
Yeah.
Like, you get the big bat, she could do it.
I'm expecting that out of you every at-bat now.
It's going to happen. In our league, though, you're only allowed to hit 1 home run in co-ed in a game.
So the whole game.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where like we have those like one up rules where you can like go one ahead
Mhm.
in the men's. I don't know the rules either. It's like I literally don't care. You know what I mean? And if you check my stats, I might be the best statistically. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying go check the stats. But I don't care. Like I just want to have fun. I don't even know the fucking rules. But there's rules about. I just ask: are we allowed to home run or not? Because if we, it's because if we can, I don't think about anything.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to hit home runs, but it's fucking slow pitch softball. If you hit the ball good, you're hitting a home run. But I just ask them like, are we allowed to hit? And if we're not, then I switch to a lighter bat and I think about it, and then usually I don't do as good. I just try to hit the ball to right field really hard, and I've even hit home runs on accident doing that. Like where we're not allowed to, I'm just fucking. It's so hard. Like you're not allowed to hit this home run, and all I do is and how hard is it to hit the ball to right field if the ball's not away from you in slow pitch? It's very hard. You have to turn your whole body. I mean, you have to literally adjust your whole self. So, like, I'm not allowed to hit a home run. I turn my whole body, and now I'm not supposed to swing either. Like, how hard do I swing? Because, like I said, I don't take batting practice, so I don't have a ton of reps doing this shit. But I fucking turn, I swing hard, and I fucking crush the ball to the moon, and like not to the moon, but like 25 feet in the air, just cruising. Like, damn it. Whatever. It's like that's the shit that bothers me. And like I'm not trying to do it, but there's nothing worse than having a swing with something in the back of your head. Like having to think about it. Like, hey, just like place the ball. And no, it's not fun. I just want to see the ball and unleash hell on the ball. Like really. Like I don't overswing, but like I know, you know what I mean? Like you just want to fucking smack the ball. That's all. It's wintertime. I'm back in the gym now. Back to powerlifting, Keith.
Yeah, dude, I gotta go. I gotta start. I gotta do it. This is dumpy time. This is when everyone puts on weight.
Yep, no way.
No
way.
I'm heading to the island this weekend. I'm probably gonna, try to cut a little bit. That just means straight vodka. All right. Well, not straight vodka. No brouhahas. Just the vodka and orange juice or whatever you got to put in there.
Donaldson homers to right field.
Oh, of course he does.
2-1 Yanks.
He probably celebrated like he won the fucking World Series too, knowing him.
He's probably looking for Tim Anderson.
He got a bunch of hotheads on that team.
I saw today that White Sox media talking that they're not going to bring Jose Abreu back. Like, oh,
really?
That's interesting. Oh, wait a second. I don't know what just happened, dude. They switched this. It says Josh Donaldson singles on fly ball to right fielder Oscar Gonzalez. Josh Donaldson out at second on throw. Right fielder Oscar Gonzalez to shortstop. Ahmed Rosario to first baseman Josh Naylor. 1 out.
So he must have thought it was gone and got thrown
they said
out,
it was. It said it was gone.
Yeah, it's still on the score sheet as a homer to right, 331. Yankee Stadium homer.
Something had to have happened. That's weird for them to like. I don't know. We're not watching this live. I'm sorry. We're watching a game. I'm watching a game cast. I'm not actually watching the game.
Up too.
So I'll stop talking about it. And really, we'll just we had a lot of UFC talk. Keith, we got anything else you want to talk about, dude?
Nah, brother. I just it was good to have Matt on.
Yeah,
good to talk about some baseball, man.
You got to go check out the team Steam, Matt Frevola. Guys, if you're not in MMA, that's fine. Give it a shot. Just go watch one of his fights, win or loss. The guy is entertaining on a whole nother level of fucking entertainment. He's a fighter. When you watch the sport for as long as I have, and I don't claim to be an expert, I'm just a guy that watches fights. And you know the fighters that either know they're so much better than their competition, or they're just smarter, better at the brain game than the fight game. Matt's a fighter, man. He's gonna fight. Like he's
gonna bring it every time.
Yeah, I mean he can wrestle, he can stand up. I really like watching a guy fight. So November 12th, folks, get your pay-per-view. Check it out. It's at the Garden. I looked at tickets. I wasn't gonna tell Matt. I looked at tickets, but it's like $600 to get in the door. We ain't got it like that here at Underground. Sorry, Matt.
Sundo. But wait till he fights somewhere. His next fight, we'll go there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot less. Well, that, and I mean, it's a big time pay per view. I mean, he's on the card. It's a card.
Yeah.
2 title fights. We didn't talk about the rest of the matches. See, if you're asking me, I put Frevola ahead of Dan Hooker on that card.
Yeah, Dan Hooker.
Dan
I love
Hooker,
him. I love Dan Hooker, but dude, he's just
he can't he eats the last 3 fights I watched. He doesn't block any punches.
You're right.
He puts his hands up, but he eats it's wild. It's wild how much damage he takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, just for that, I'd put Matt above that. I wonder. I wanted to ask him more about the placing on the card, because I always wonder, and I don't know if he would even know this or if anyone else would know this. But they say they put a really good fight as the main event on the prelims, because that gets more eyes than the pay-per-view. I wonder if there's a fighter who has fought as that main event prelim guy and then headlined a card, and if they've noticed any difference between the two. It's just shit.
Is he the last one on the?
They haven't actually set the card up, so it just has all the fights. But where he's listed is the 6th fight, and that would be if they have 5 fights on the main card. Sometimes they have 6, so you never know.
He's
it
got
looks
the
like
meatball
there's
fighting right before him, huh?
Yeah. 6. So there's 12 fights. There's probably 2. Yeah, it's probably 2, 5, and 5 would be my guess. It'd be 2 on the early prelims, 5 on the prelims, 5 on the pay-per-view, if none get canceled. So I would assume he's going to be on the prelims, so you guys should be able to see him on ESPN or ESPN Plus or ESPN wherever the prelims will be. But that's going to be a banger of a fight. Ottman is an undefeated guy, too. And Meatball Molly's fighting on that. Yeah, Dominic Reyes should be on. I mean, that's going to be a hell of an undercard. That undercard is better than some fight nights.
It really is.
I mean, Dominic Reyes fought John Jones, for crying out loud. And look where he's at in the card now. Fucking headlining a pay-per-view against John Jones. And now he's going to be the second prelim fight. And he's still young, too.
And he's number 7. He's the 7th ranked guy.
Yeah, he's only 32. He's only 12-3. He's just lost the last 3 fights. John Jones. But it's fucking John Jones, Jan, and Yuri. Those are the last 3. Those are the champs, all champions. Yeah. Yuri is the champ. Jan was the champ when he fought him, and John Jones was the champ when he fought him.
Yuri's gonna get dogged if he fights anyone good. He's gonna get wrecked.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think Yuri's fucking scary, dude. I called that before he won the belt, though. The second I saw that, dude, I said, holy shit. And Glover didn't do it, so I don't know who's going to do it. Glover had the opportunity, and he knew it. Glover knows it, too. He knows he had a chance, and he
did.
He could have finished him punching and decided to go for the takedown. But, dude, oh my gosh. Yuri is in that same category that I put, Rumble Johnson, Ngannou, even Conor McGregor, for that matter, in terms of that fucking knockout, stop you cold power. Yep. Yuri kills everyone. Kills everyone. Absolutely just decimates everyone. He lost to King Mo in 2015. That was his last loss. And then he ended up getting that back in 2019 and knocked out King Mo. Yeah,
holy crap.
Muhammad Lawal. Yeah, Ryzen. I mean, he's been fighting in Ryzen. That's a good international promotion. That's quality competition. Before he came to the UFC, he beat CB Dollaway, who was a former UFC fighter. Fabio Maldonado, former UFC guy. Muhammad Lawal, King Mo. Brandon Halsley. I mean, he's fought guys. And he's knocked them all. He's knocked them all out. He's been knocked out a few times, too. That's always one thing I always look at when you're talking about guys who knock people out. What happens when they get knocked out? What's going to happen to Usman? How's he respond?
Yeah, 100, yep.
So, Yuri's already been knocked out. I don't know if he's been knocked out cold. It says King Mo, KO punch, not TKO. So, it says King Mo knocked him out. And he's won 13 straight fights since then. I think he's okay. Mm-hmm. And it's all knockouts except for 1 decision and 1 submission. So 11 knockouts in his next 13 wins. against the best fighters in the world. Yuri's fucking wild, man. But like everybody, you can lose. Anybody can lose a fight. Anybody.
I just feel like in light heavy and stuff like that, anyone can lose is more real of a statement.
No,
like
light heavyweight and heavyweight, 100%. Well, those are legitimate one punch classes, and Yuri's a one punch kind of guy. That guy is fucking scary. I mean, he's spinning back elbow Dominic Reyes into like another galaxy.
Yeah.
It was absurd. It was absurd. I went, holy shit, this guy's real. This guy's it. It's wild, man. It's wild, but yeah. Let's wrap this thing up. We started talking about Yuri.
Yeah, brother.
What a good dude. We want to talk about Matt. November 12th, Madison Square Garden. We had an amazing guest tonight, Matt, the Steamrolla Frevola. Good dude, baseball fan. That's why I wanted to bring him on, talk baseball and all that. But the Mets didn't hold up their end of the deal. So maybe next year. That's going to do it, folks. We're not live, so we're going to go ahead and upload this up there. And everybody have a great day. We'll be back next week with more podcasting action.
Buddy.
We're out. Peace.